Hey everyone, welcome to the 94th episode of the SHODO-Pop podcast. As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
Josh.
And as usual, Mr. G is here to perform a Rising Impact on your wallets.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you are ordering this anyway, at least it's not like an extra premium Bandai item that you have to add to your cart and, like, figure out if you have enough money for.
Choose your sticker.
Yeah, we have plenty... Yeah, we have plenty of really juicy information to get to with the Kamen Rider Candy Toy blog, but we do have a little bit of... Super Minipla stuff that we missed out on in our week off. So, hey, not Minipla, not Super Minipla, Gaoking! It's here!
Minipla.
I'm full of motivation. Is that what it says?
No, I'm not even looking at what the actual name is. I was just... When we were recording, I just read Show
you kept
Super
saying
Minipla.
You kept saying it, and I was like, wait, is that the name? Did I not know that?
No, but it does seem like something they would do.
That's true. Well, we do have the actual name. We'll talk about that in a bit. But hey, Gaoking is here, and it is pretty stunning. Now, the images we got, they are 3D renders, so they are, you know, they're going to look a lot more polished here. They still look really good. Like the overall things to note, the things we did not know before is like we knew there was going to be a face swap, but we didn't know how it was going to be handled. You can actually turn the crest, like the top of the crown, and it will switch to the different head. So that's fun. Also, and this is something that I wanted to talk to you guys about and see if you could hop on this blog post to see if you notice any different translations of this. But the original Gaoh Ranger Minipla was, I believe, one of like the ones that sort of established Minipla as the one of the places to get a complete experience out of. And that's why they poured a lot more, I guess, R&D or a lot more effort into this one. They were really like pushing this one because it meant so much. There had never been a Sentai before that had sort of that modular swapping gimmick, and when they brought that to Gaoh Ranger, they figured, or they realized they could potentially make plenty more. I guess, you know, a little more reproducible at that point. And this figure was so integral to Minipla, which this is not anymore, but Minipla in general, that Gaoking occupies an important position in the development history of such mini plastics. But this time around, we were able to ask the person who designed the mini plastic Gaoking at that time to design it. So that means I think the original designers on the original Minipla kit came on to develop this one.
Let's see. Yeah, we were able to ask the person who designed the Minipla Gaoking at the time to design it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
There is a legacy to this. Yeah. They said, we have been refining it over 20 years, fully incorporating elements that could not be realized due to the target age, price, technical aspects, etc. It's a small desire on the part of the creator, but when I get it, I'd be happy if you could feel the long-standing feelings of those staff members.
You can definitely see the upgrades over the last 2 decades, because like that original Minipla, it looks like one of those like motorized toys or something like that.
Yeah,
just this nice little comparison of them next to each other, guys. If you keep working on your art, you can improve like this, and people still find something to complain about.
You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That is like the main thing I got from this blog, is that they got the original people back to work on this one. I'm blown away. That's really cool.
I was we were just to be a little bit transparent. We were talking about like, do we talk about this? Are we a little bit late for this? But yeah, this is actually really interesting.
I mean, technically, these episodes are gonna go out way late anyway. We might as well talk about it.
Yeah, you were saying on our week off. I guess we should say, yeah, we've got enough of a backlog that we took a week off because last week's news wasn't that important.
Yeah, we'll get to why.
Really.
Yeah.
And also, I probably should have used that week to edit the video or to edit the podcast, but I was like, oh man,
nice.
No.
That's fair.
Yeah. Also, hey, as we've been not necessarily alluding to, we've just been point blank saying, this is not Super Minipla anymore. This is called something else. What was it again, Josh? We had the leaked
Shokugan modeling project?
Yeah. So, it will be the Shokugan modeling project. They didn't say that in the actual blog post, but we can assume that is the case. And apparently, there is a big reason. Read this article. What is not Super Minipla? Me, this, I, high target candy plastic kit series? I think some people you think.
That explains everything.
That's right. Actually, this Beast Combined Gaoking is not Super Minipla. Something will happen on the 5th anniversary of Super Minipla. The whole picture is... Details will be revealed on March 19th, Friday. So we are getting this information next week.
Wait.
I was talking about it when this news initially came out that the name is changing, but like sometimes they do it just for fun, just to change the name, but other times if there is a marked improvement in quality, then they are going to change the name. And they're hyping it up to be like a marked improvement, or at least they might be adding things to this potential lineup. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm excited.
Well, you will know soon enough.
Yeah, I think when we first discussed the fact that they changed the name, I made some joke about like, this is how you know this isn't the baby line. I do want to say Shokugan modeling project does sound a little bit more mature than Minipla.
That's true. Yeah. It's the term mini that's, I guess, not... I don't want to say age appropriate, but like, is that the one that's holding it back?
I feel like I've also made this reference probably in the same discussion about how like I always go back to that first or one of the first shodo-x posts where they were like, people have the stigma of, well, it's candy toy, so it can only do so much. So it's like maybe that's also part of this, or like we want you to know that this is impressive and not just candy toy.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's weird to have a stigma.
Yeah, they're
for
cheap.
For what amounts to just toy discussion. But you know, I guess that's what this show
this is a lower
here
toy
to
line.
Dispel. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, candy toy, we're out here. But that's it for Gaoking, but not all for Minipla. I guess we technically didn't talk Minipla. Technically, but hey, there was a Minipla blog of Zenkaiger. It was boring. The only new information is that, hey, you've seen these really terrible versions of the hero forms before. Now look at them in detail and notice how much worse they are.
I've said it before when I was watching episode 1 with friends. The CGI, the running T-Rex, that was something that where everyone was just like, "Oh, that looks terrible." The running animation, and my comment was, "Well, look at the design they're working with for this T-Rex."
That's the thing. I don't know whose fault it is, but whoever's it was, it should not have been this. This should not have happened. But also,
Credit to them for trying.
They tried.
They did try.
It has a lot to do. Like it has regular person mode, it has their alt form, it has their combined form, and potentially whatever 4 robot combined form thing it has to do. So it's got 4 modes that it needs to accomplish.
Yeah, this technically isn't a spoiler, but hey, as soon as the deluxe toys came out, people figured out you could make Juron and Gaoh into arms. So
right.
they're gonna be doing a lot of things.
Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely more forgiving since we have all those different other figure options this year that we don't usually have. So it's like
that. I mean that must be why we have so many figure options this year.
I assume because they just were trying to go not overboard, but they just were trying to be very ambitious with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Also, I think. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Just more things to note about that. If you wanted to talk more about that, I was just going to move on to the rest of the blog.
Well, I alluded to this when we first saw photos of these, and it was like something that I jokingly said at the very last second of the episode recording. In fact, I don't know if you're going to keep that in. They included open hands and a display stand.
Yeah.
So that's wild. Open hands is not a first time. I think Ryu Soldier was the first to include open hands, and it was like in a later wave. So it's like, oh, this is coming back.
Well, I feel like they might have just had some leftover pieces. And then they were like, oh, okay, well, I don't know where to fit this in. We might as well just make another box. Throw in new hands and... Oh, yeah, let's try that display stand. I'm sure that'll work. Yeah, that'll be fine.
I feel like that one would come first.
I like the stand just being like the Sentai logo. I think it's basic, but I think it looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Another thing to note about this set, though, is that these runners are so densely packed with items. They did a side-by-side comparison with Kiramajin, and it is packed tight. Like, they did not want to waste any space. So it looks like they had a pretty high parts count for this thing, which probably is why the expanded part set has so many extra like items in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were just slightly over the parts count. So yeah. Also, what are they called? The roleplay, the Candy Toy roleplay items. You can peg them into the hands. Woo.
I don't know.
They have the pegs. Yeah.
That they do.
3mm compatible. And small child compatible as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very small child. The display stand also comes with 2 sticker options for those who are interested.
Oh, yay! I mean, potentially you could just buy
it.
Yeah.
Well, the easiest thing you can do is that it has 2 different sticker options. One is Zenkaiger Gaoking, or whatever that combination is, and the other one is just Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger. So, hey.
Yeah, simple. It works.
Yeah. They might not know if they're going to be able to do this stand again. So they're like, we'll just put a general one.
Well, you would think that the Vroon and Majin set would have it.
That's true. I could see that being a thing where they're like, it's near the end of the line, we don't have much left to add, so hey, here's another display stand.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. There's an extra piece. What does that do? It's just a word. It's just a word written out. Like, look at the parts layout. Number 5, Dragon.
The sticker sheet
expansion set. Not just the sticker sheet. Look at the sprue, like the individual sprue.
Oh,
is that Does that just say Super Minipla or Minipla?
That says Minipla, huh?
That's cool. I kind of want that.
I wonder that because you see the display stand has like 4 peg holes. I wonder if that's something.
I don't know. I can't really tell what the point of it is because like it's not in the. Oh. Yeah, it goes on the front of the display stand.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I like that. I want it. I mean, yeah, technically I could use it for my live robo. I could use it for my whatever the Power Rangers Mighty Morphin people are called when they're a big robot one.
Superpowers.
You know it. Yeah, superpowers.
Kamen Rider Book Burger.
What? I don't know the name of this thing.
Which one?
I'm looking right at it. Huh?
Which one?
It's the Power Rangers, the regular Power Rangers.
Yeah.
The Diamond people?
That narrows it down.
Okay, but
Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin, they're robot.
well, from what
But
season?
Japanese.
Daijujin.
Daijujin, yes. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know if you meant that one or if you meant with Teki Shogun, because that was also Mighty Morphin.
Yes.
Who the heck is that?
That's the Shogun Megazord from season 3.
Oh, okay. Alright. Hey,
like how you
anyway,
said-
it's Kamen Rider
I like how
time.
you said. I like how you said it's the one that's from Power Rangers. Like that narrows it down.
Yeah, that really
I said
helps.
the main Power the main one. When normies think of Power Rangers, they think of the Diamond People.
Yeah, that's true.
You're right.
Can't argue that.
Yeah. Hey, also, we did skip last week, and there was a blog post that didn't have any new information in it, but I really want to... The title of this, the last week's blog that we skipped, was called Released Tomorrow! SHODO-O 5 is a Genom breeder! Liangle and Joker are also available!
That's why we skipped
what is
the
a
episode,
Genom
'cause Corey
breeder?
saw that title.
If last week, if we had a show last week, it would be titled SHODO-O 5 is a Genom breeder. But this week,
Right.
we have Lucifer appears in Kamen Rider Saber.
Yeah.
Furthermore, the option set has a big impact.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to just like say real quick about the SHODO-O photos. Just
Sure.
like always, high quality photos. I love them.
It's high quality.
It was brought up in our Discord. Yeah, you got it. It was brought up in our Discord. I wonder who specifically should be credited for taking the photos. Is it Mr. D? Because I feel like we might have started seeing photos like these around the time that Mr. D got involved. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
I
that's
always
just when
thought
I
it was
started
him.
paying attention.
Well, perhaps.
Yeah,
Because
I don't know.
Because like the example I cited was when it came to SHODO. There was the one blog post where G made this remark of people in the office are asking me how I edit out the display stands. The answer is I don't. So it's like if Mr. D is taking these photos for SHODO, that's awesome. If it's someone else, I kind of wouldn't mind getting to know who they are.
That's true. Yeah.
They do good work. Anyway,
Yeah.
all the zombies, very fun. Moving on.
Yeah. Speaking of zombies, Kamen Rider Lucifer. Skeletons. It's a man in a skeleton suit. So this skeleton suit is actually not a repaint of Eden,
Surprisingly.
because he's
I said surprisingly.
yeah, because he's got the shoulders and Yeah, he's got the shoulders of kangaroo, the forearms of metal cluster hopper, the legs of biting shark, except without the protrusions, the feet of metal cluster hopper, the upper thighs of kangaroo, except with parts missing, and like they said, with all of these similarities, you'd think that we'd be able to, just do a slight remold, but unfortunately, because it's such a scattered mash of pieces, they did actually have to make a new mold.
Yeah.
As SHODO tends to do.
Yeah.
I was looking at the close-ups, just thinking, oh yeah, that's all just biting shark parts. I feel a little bit sad for Hopping Kangaroo now. It's like, that was a special suit that they made one time, and it got recycled. Oh well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really just the
Such is the
shoulder
life.
pads.
Well,
Oh wait,
it's
and the
yeah.
thighs. Yeah.
From a Toei production standpoint, it's like, well, biting shark is just like one of the main forms. That's fine. Oh, this is like a special one, though.
Oh, just paint it back. If you really want
Yeah,
to use
true.
it again, paint it back.
You can return one day.
Yeah. But also, outside of
It's
like,
true. It's better than having it collect dust. I realize. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
Now this suit can collect dust.
Yeah. We'll never see this again.
And hey, and we can collect this suit. Yeah.
what?
All right. Hey, also, this figure doesn't have weapons, but it does have rubble,
Rubble.
rock, hard.
Pieces of plastic. Yeah.
Yeah, this is okay. So, there is rubble recorded in this set. It's made to recreate the final showdown between Aruto and Hirobi.
Yeah.
And I was blown away. This is really cool.
I love
Apparently,
How it
since
says,
uh-huh.
a mysterious mass. This is.
Mysterious mask. This is.
I also just love the wide shot of the city set. That looks cool.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And the drawer.
But hey, this item was actually conceived by him the moment that he watched the episode that this had happened, and he made a prototype that is just hanging out in his desk still, probably to this day.
That was my favorite bit of text. It just says, "I was sleeping in a drawer." I just
Nothing else in that drawer.
my-
just the rubble.
In our Discord, I was saying that just someone brightens up the phone and they just kind of see a motorcycle peeking out of the edge. Intentionally placed. Anyway, I was just gonna say there's a lot of really cool stuff in this blog post. Not gonna lie, but really my favorite thing about this was just him going, I was always wanting to make a rock and SHODO and be the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, it works out and it looks good. You can actually separate these into multiple pieces if you would like to display them that way. So that's cool. They specifically noted these aren't glued together, so you can, have rubble everywhere. They also... Okay, so this one's strange. You can also play by separating it into plate-shaped rubble and three-dimensional rubble, etc. And seriously writing, once you have the right side, it's like Toothbrush fresh diatomaceous earth.
That's exactly
and
what I
D-Man
was thinking
Senior
about.
D-Man Senior came to put the cha-cha from the side, not visible only in it anymore. Himself, D-Man, seriously forgive this toothbrush stand group that rubble, quite high versatility, got a toothbrush sense, is Nashi. Options mistake with play Kai. Please enjoy.
Okay, so we have I say we have 3 really solid title options in that sentence there. I say either it's like Toothbrush Fresh is a pretty good one. Cha-Cha from the Side is a good contender as well. and so is Not a Toothbrush Sense. One of those 3.
I do love put the Cha-Cha from the slide, but what from the side? But what if it's like Toothbrush Fresh, and then in parentheses, not a toothbrush sense.
That's good too.
So I can't help you with what this says because there's only a few words difference in what you read.
My god!
If you were writing seriously, the right side looks like that Earth toothbrush stand, and D-Man Senpai put in T from the side.
Huh. Not cha-cha. Oh, cha is T.
Yeah, right.
Or
yeah.
That's how it is, at least in Chinese.
Yeah. And I guess Google Translate turned it into cha-cha.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cha-cha from the side. Move over, cha-cha slide. This is cha-cha from the side.
Oh, this is so good.
That's a royalty-free version.
Yeah. Also, diatomaceous earth. I looked it up. Apparently it's like sediment that is from fossilized material. It's like fossil stuff.
Okay.
I looked it up. I didn't retain any of that information.
I'm guessing... I can only assume, because of this one photo of the axe just standing upright, I'm assuming that they're alluding to the idea of, oh, that just looks like a toothbrush in a toothbrush stand, doesn't it?
It does kind of look like that.
Oh!
I guess.
Wow!
I like how...
I don't understand this.
I just like how it's just like one... with just giant gaping holes, so you can put like anything in there, and then one that just sits there.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
it's simple, I'm also going to say, we are really confused by this text because of Google Translate, sure, but... I think, I can't remember if it was during 01 or the start of Saber when they, I think it was the start of Saber because it was like the super, super, super serious talking points. And I was sharing that text with a friend who can translate for me. And he was just like, no, yeah, this is just like really rambly and random.
Huh.
It's like, this isn't just Google Translate. The guy who writes this is just kind of goofy.
That's fair. Hey, speaking of writing... in the comments, I want you to go to this page. Now, I screenshot this in my Twitter thread, so definitely check it out, or just check out the thread yourself. Either do a Google Translate on it, see if you get something different, or make some shit up in the comments. I really want to know what you think this is supposed to mean. That'll be fun for in the future whenever this gets released. Hey, speaking about fun.
I just brought it up and I just noticed the text where it said, not just Saber super, 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 super serious explodes in 01.
Ew. But also, option set for 01.
For like the 50th time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like...
We had been talking about this lineup in the Discord every so often, just saying like, oh yeah, it seems like the way the numbers work right now, either they're going to have a figure that somehow spreads across 3 boxes, or they're going to... my theory was, maybe we'll get another accessory set, but it seems too soon for it? Well...
No,
I
my
wasn't thinking of one for 01, though, so that's what was surprising.
Yeah. I think last week we were talking, I was saying that it was going to be a Saber accessory set. It's going to come with the rest of the arms for the little pigs. It's going to come with, like, whatever else we were talking about.
That arm and the arm and the leg, like, armor versions for ex-swordmen.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That was my thing, is I was not even thinking of 01. I was just like, no, there's obviously the only thing that they're going to make is a Saber accessory set, but it's too soon. so.
I guess so. And like, this is... We always talk about these accessory sets as the end of the year premium Bandai, but like we have not had one in so long. These are just a beast of their own because this feels like what should have been included in one of those.
I'm just surprised with how many
again
with like
for the fourth time.
Since we've had these so many times, I'm just surprised that they still thought of things they didn't give to us before.
But like. The things they thought to give us were things that they did talk about before and did actually, I want to say they did promise or say they were thinking of. The first of which I don't think ever got mentioned, is the closed Force Riser. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think you might have actually phrased it this way on the Twitter update. Whereas, like, joining the 01 driver and Shot Riser with having an open and closed version.
Yeah. And I guess, can you really have... I said that, but I don't know if there's a closed version of the Shot Riser.
I mean, I guess the variations. Like, it's a gun and a driver. I would say that the gun is unmounted is what I would call that.
Yeah, it's an option.
Yeah.
But also, that's fun. That's cool. You'll probably need a second one, which this set will definitely give you a chance to buy it again. Yeah. Because the next item up...
I was going to say is you can also like use this for multiple figures because conveniently the progress key is not visible.
That's true. Yeah.
I see what they were doing there.
Very nice. I appreciate it.
Wing!
Yeah. So we have these massive wings. Oh my god. But yeah, the wings are crazy. These wings are huge and they are articulated, and they come in a variety of colors because there are actually 2 different stickers you can put on this. So these are Jin's wings, and I feel like they did definitely talk about it before. They lamented the fact that the wings that we got were definitely not the ones that they typically use. They are the physical prop looking one, and it seemed that they expressed a want to make bigger ones. And so they did. Now, in 2021. Okay. They look good. They look very good.
But...
Yeah. And the stickers, you can actually switch them between the red Jin and the pink Jin.
Wait, so
what?
You were saying that you can switch between them? I was confused by that because I was going to bring up something we were discussing.
Or I mean, like option.
Oh, okay, because
option stickers.
Because Blade Raider was bringing up the fact that I guess I'm going to have to buy 2 of these accessory sets just for this. And Blade Raider was wondering, I wonder if you can like put stickers on both sides of these wings and just like flip them around.
I was thinking about that, but then I was like, well, I want both.
I was about to say
at least like it's somewhat worth it to get both. Also to have the different Force Risers for different people.
I was also about to say, I think I was channeling you, Corey, when I was telling them in the Discord, if you double up on these, then you can have stickers on both sides.
I think they already... Are they already sticking on both sides?
I was about to say, you can't see the backside, and I think there's a reason for it.
Fair, but that is a great idea.
Yeah,
that is a wonderful idea. I think
that is literally a thing that you said you were going to do for a gen.
That is primarily because I fucked up and put the stickers on the wrong side, and I was like, oh yeah, oh no.
I remember that happening.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get another set of the world's smallest Shodo set. That was only like 3 figures big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, hey, these wings move, and that's because, well, they had to be separate parts. This entire the wingspan of this thing is too big for the box to handle. And you know what? They were finding out different ways to clip the wings, but you know, like rearrange the rings, and then Mr. S or is it just Mr. S?
Mr. S with some sort of kanji.
I don't know. No relation. Yeah. They're the person at Mega House who's in charge of design. He tends to think positively. And he said in this instance, let's peruse play worth if you divide it anyway.
That is not at all.
I assume I assume Google Translate means that since we're dividing it up, let's make it playable.
I was about to say, that is not the word that they used on my end. They said, if you divide it anyway, let's pursue Playworth. Peruse.
Peru. Yeah. No, that's just me being
pursue
stupid.
Playworth
Yeah,
if you
pursue.
divided it anyway.
Yeah. I think my phrases were flipped.
But yeah.
And I think peruse made more sense than pursue.
But yeah, it's like, I wonder if this is the same one. I feel like the S kanji seems familiar. I wonder if this is the same one who, with Grease Perfect Kingdom, was just like, no, we'll just make multiple dog tags. Don't worry about it. It is Shodo, after all.
I think so. I feel like we've heard... I remember us making the joke of, and Mr. S from Mega House, no relation. I feel like we've made that joke before.
Yeah,
I feel like
so it may be
that
the
sounds
person.
familiar.
So it may be the person who just made the multiple prototypes that Mr. G came up with and just said it is Shodo after all, which I imagine being said in a very sarcastic tone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they actually went through 3 different types of versions for this thing. I can't quite tell the difference between the first 2. But it appears we ended up with a third.
I can see with the 2 that look very similar. It's just that the wings have a different sort of way of removing, like 2 different shapes.
Oh, okay. I guess there's a...
Where it's like the...
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. The hinge is on the different, different sides of either one. I see what you're saying, yeah. But yeah, we ended up with this one. It's a 3-piece set instead of a 2-piece. Which I assume that's what that blurred image is trying to get across. But it's actually not back-mounted. It's belt mounted. Because the height, like the distance between the bottom of the torso to the back peg is different on Jin Burning Falcon and Jin Falcon. Yeah. So they had to the same person, Mr. S, no relation, decided that it'd make more sense to make it back mounted. Waist mounted. What that means
everyone
is
can fly.
Everyone can fly. Everyone can fall with style. They pegged it on the back of Saber, which there's a great distance between the back and that thing, but all right. It has most to do with the the back skirt mounting point, but it looks good.
Could have put it on Tasha Jordan, you're saying.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's good.
Cool.
I'm sure this is good for customs. Yeah.
I like that.
I feel like you could take a bunch of the 0-1 forms and then with those finagle together like O's facsimiles.
Right. Speaking of customizing wings,
yes,
that's something we had to do before.
Yeah, in the dark times. So the other reason why I really wanted to get a second set of the world's smallest SHODO set is because I wanted to modify the wings to make them look more accurate to the show. But here, they've done it for us. This is another thing that was left on the this was left on the cutting room floor for them. Because I do remember them talking about it. Like, I think that set was around the time that COVID like really started hitting, SHODO production and stuff.
Yeah.
Or something, maybe before. But the wings were just incorrect, just wrong, and I guess they were going off of a different version of it or something.
Maybe like a.
Did it ever have
I was about to
wings?
say I don't remember them actually ever addressing the wings in a previous post. It's just
Really,
because that was always
maybe it did happen.
I kind of remember
that was always
saying.
the thing is that we didn't find out about the wings and the stickers that they have until the figure came out. It's like, oh, there's this extra thing.
Yeah, I
feel like
I don't think they addressed it. I remember us talking about it.
Yeah.
But
I would assume that the reason we got 2 wings was probably because of when this character was probably designed, they had that in mind, but then the show did something different.
Yeah. But hey, speaking of, we still did get 2 wings in this set for Rampage Vulcan. Because there is one for just standard flying, and then there is a second set of second wing for the tripod mode.
That one looks
just
really
sort of
cool.
stretched out. I love it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
At this point, I saw that they did the big wing, and I was just like, okay, in the same post, you showed the rock, so I was expecting there to be a little bit of rubble that this plugs into. Like, we were talking about how that could be a thing.
Oh, that'd be great, yeah. Also, that's still not it. We're still going.
How did we not? How did they not do this yet?
I mean, well, this is very different than what they've done before with this thing. We have the Thousand Jacker again, except it's extremely different than before. Not only is there the extended version of the pole at the bottom of it, we also have an interchangeable Progrise key mount, so that you can switch between the different Progrise keys loaded into the Thousand Jacker.
That's swappable?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. If you take a look at the... Yeah.
Whole lot of...
Oh, wow.
I would like to see that for other... like, when the next rider rolls around, and hopefully they just have one gimmick per belt, I kind of want to see something like this.
A whole lot of jacking going on.
Yeah, that's cool.
A whole lot of jacking.
Also, I guess it kind of... Is that... That's a bunch of stuff from the movie. Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that those keys were used in this weapon in the movie, so...
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, because that's the 02 key, so he must steal it at some point or something.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm going to predict maybe we'll see something like this with Saber, because, we have Buster with his big sword that has a peg where the ride book would normally go. So it's like, I've just been waiting for them to do that.
I feel like that was purely for him.
It's
like
true.
Functionality wise.
Yeah, it's true. It definitely served the purpose of functionality, but it's like, it's also a peg right there. It's perfect.
But Kenzan doesn't have it. Pink dude with gun head doesn't have it. Slash is what I said. Hey, shoes.
Yeah, shoes.
What are those?
If you if you were feeling left out because you cannot purchase your Rider Kicks shoes, well, boy howdy, have I got something for you. It's the soles of 01's feet.
I like how they just peg into the feet and they're not just new feet.
I mean, yeah, it's.
That's a good point.
I mean,
Well,
this is
makes
the,
sense.
the Kai Shodo thing.
because
The Kuga.
yeah, and remember what we talked about with the mold making process all the way back in Shodo-Go 5. If you have a piece that's too thick, the plastic is going to cool at different rates, the inner plastic and the outer plastic, so it'll make it crack. And we've learned that. We have knowledge now. So SHODO has helped you learn some engineering principles.
I'm looking at the close up of the kick, and I'm looking at these thinking, I feel like these, it might just be my imagination, but it feels like these are a little bit thicker than the ones you would get with Kuga, for example. I wonder if that's a difference between SHODO Mainline and SHODO Chronicle.
It could be.
That's true, because like these are parts to where I think, you either have parts that are big and have a hole in them, so that if a kid swallows them, you can pretend a company can pretend that a kid can breathe through it, or you have parts so small that if a kid swallows it, it'll be fine,
right? And
they'll just poop it right out. And I feel like with the Kuga souls and these souls, that would technically be the consideration.
I said all that. I got that discussion going, and then I just scrolled down to the parts count. Oh yeah, they literally did just include the feet.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm at least seeing a pair of feet right there.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. There is a pair
Oh,
of feet
whoa!
there.
Hold on. Oh my God! If that is, wow. Okay, but it does look like it's a separate piece.
It must be a separate piece. Well, yeah.
I'm wondering because I have a screwed up foot for my kangaroo.
Are you okay?
I could.
Just the way you phrased that. I have a screwed up foot.
I hopped on it weird. Ooh. No, but I have my kangaroo figure has a messed up foot because I guess the tolerances were off and it won't like peg in properly. It keeps falling out. If I do end up getting this twice, I could take off the soles and put it on and put the feet onto that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Instead of having to buy a whole new one. Also, is this the first time we've actually had stickers on the soles? I really don't like that.
I could have. I feel like they.
It's gotta be.
I guess these aren't made for. I feel like they might just not be made for standing on. Like you can do it, but it's made to be displayed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's supposed to serve a purpose. So.
Yeah.
And the purpose is with a really big stand or a really big sign.
They love their big signs.
Yeah.
Impact.
This is so good.
I said rising a moment ago.
Oh.
I can't believe it took us so long to get something like this for 0-1, but I'm happy it's here.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I mean, it makes me want to, just print out flat pieces of plastic or even cut out some pieces of plastic. Don't even have to print it. And then make stickers of just this.
Yeah,
but I don't
make like the different attack names or whatever for different people.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Yeah.
But that would not fit anywhere.
No.
So it is big, and it is divided up into two parts. It also has plenty of pegs on the back for it to peg into a 3mm stand. Yep.
More signs.
That's it, though. That's really just it.
Yeah, that's
well in terms of like the contents, but
that's our final box for book 6
for SHODO Kamen.
Yeah, I was about to say you're saying the right name.
Yeah, SHODO Kamen Rider Saber Book 6 and SHODO Kamen Rider 01 and SHODO Kamen Rider Gaoh and versus Kamen Rider Decade.
Because Lucifer.
No, hold on. I have one qualm here. where is Shinkenger?
Right?
Where? Why?
Why? And Shinkenger.
And to be fair, you have in the same box as the recognized Lanto, you have Blade's sword. So where's Blade's name?
True.
Oh.
True. And you have, it's not Amazon's arm, but it is Amazon's armband. Where's Amazon?
Can we just get the name of every rider who has a card on the cape?
Oh my god.
It'd be like a 50 name long SHODO set.
Yeah, and Kamen Rider Double, and Kamen Rider Joker, and Kamen Rider...
No, you know what you do? You say Kamen Rider Decade and Legend Rider. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, at the very
It's like
least,
the one
Shinkenger is not a Legend Rider.
This also,
we need Shinkenger.
this set comes a lot earlier in April.
I don't know. There's a rider card for it, so checkmate.
Huh. No. I
disagree.
No. This is a Sentai thing.
That'd be a good way to just like start a fight. Is just be like, no, Shinken Red's weapon counts as a Kamen Rider weapon. Look it up.
I mean, I'm sure it is on the wiki.
I love the
as part of Decay's arsenal.
The picture down here, like when you just have all the bodies standing there. The Decay 21 without any armor, but just the shoulder pads looks absolutely ridiculous.
Oh boy.
She says
that dude felt like Crash Bandicoot.
Whoa.
When you skip everything but shoulder day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it though. Next week we're gonna be doing SHODO Saber Book 7. Whether or not that's the end of that name, is yet to be seen.
You know it won't be.
It won't. I hope we have,
because we
go ahead.
We still have 301 figures at least, like the very least, for them to do.
I would like my Prog Rising Hopper. Is that the name? Realizing Hopper. I would also like a blue translucent Realizing Hopper.
That'd be cool.
These are my demands.
And then, of course, we need to get Mitsuba Jinrai and Zaya from the new movie.
That's true, yeah. This isn't it for
okay,
01,
so...
and I'm sure they will scrounge up enough stuff to give us another accessory set. Like,
at this point, probably.
Yeah, you know what they should do is in the Realizing Hopper, you should throw in the rest of the briefcases we have yet to get.
That's true. You know what?
we keep talking about those.
I was just about to make a joke that goes perfectly with the briefcases, which is you just make an acrylic standee of Izu, and just include the original briefcase with that as well. Just because it's been long enough.
Sure, yeah, sure. I don't know how it'll peg in if it does at all, but yeah, I mean, do it.
It's just part of the set. That's all. Theme.
Mm-hmm. Man.
Also, I was just looking at the lineup. I didn't not remember if there's any mention of where The Rock would be released. Okay, it comes with Lucifer. That's kind of funny.
I think they were saying something like, we here.
Oh, The Rock's in 2 different pieces. That's interesting.
Oh,
I just noticed that too. Oh dear. Well, I guess I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I was about to say if the whole thing was included with just the body or just the armor, that means some people are just going to end up with a bunch of Lucifer bodies or a bunch of Lucifer armors.
Yeah.
Well, because people are going to want multiples.
Of course.
Yeah.
But this also says, there is a longer SHODO. Lucifer did not know how to use what weapons. There, quickly decided not when bad the contents included. When I was troubled with the 01 in the 44th episode, Rubble chance meeting with mass appearance scene. As soon as I got my heart, I made a prototype to match the image in the play. and the explosive speed, repair, and the last-minute recording were in time.
Yes.
I like the idea of, we didn't know what weapon Lucifer used, so he can just throw a rock.
I genuinely don't know if that's what that says, even. It must be, but...
I mean, it's just another situation. Well, to me, it sounds like it's probably just, we didn't know if this guy used a weapon or not, so, hey, we might as well shove this thing in that we've had in the back burner.
Yeah. If we've learned anything from the SHODO blog over the last couple of months, is that they really need to start telling them what characters use as weapons.
Yeah.
It's like, is there anything?
We should note that this rubble has been here since before episode 44 aired. So that means that they are sort of developing the extra heads for Saber. Whether or not they get released in book 6 or
they're
whatever,
also
or
in
book,
the drawer.
however many they go to, it'll show up eventually. A year, 2 years later, they have the ability, and if there is a SHODO or an accessory set for Saber,
I mean,
that's what'll be.
As we know, Rider series tend to just have like 3 or 4 more complete sets over the course of the next series run, so like it's always possible.
I'm gonna say, I'm looking at Lucifer's design. I don't know the exact context of it. I can kind of guess, but that looks like it could be a pretty neat troop builder if you want to add some fan fiction to it.
Sure,
I could see that.
So you can collect rocks.
I like collecting rocks. So
yeah.
I was also looking at this, because this is where my mind goes now that I have a printer. I was looking at this like, okay, so their solution to make a rock that weapons go into is just make a square-shaped hole? I can work with that.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you see SHODO do something, it's like, okay, then it will work in my collection. If you make something too detailed, sometimes it does not work in SHODO. Like the Pandora box that I made, I would say it's relatively well detailed, but I feel like it's too detailed for SHODO.
Well, also, like, if you want to make your own rock piece, it's like, of course, you can make it however. You don't have to have like a perfectly molded rock. I mean, you're gonna have like bumps and stuff on a rock somewhere. So
yeah.
Hold on. Go outside and get a rock is the solution that we should all be saying. Why?
I mean, that one is so obvious we didn't even have to say it.
Corey, get out of here with your logic. I want a 3D model in plastic rock.
Yeah, go for it. Be my guest.
We know that you're all about being out on the streets. I was also going to say...
God. I can't believe I didn't even just think of that.
I was also going to say, like, before I got into the 3D printing, I was, like, briefly working with modeling clay. And anytime that I had some leftover clay when I was working on something, it would just be like, I'm just going to shape this into a rock.
There you go.
Hey, yeah, pet rock. Love it. But you could do it. I will say, I do... This is going to be weird to say about a rock. I do appreciate that there is, like, the flat rubble to make it look like, oh, hey, a building has collapsed. So that is, like, the floor part. And then, you know, it's distinct. It is distinct rubble.
I mean, I'm the one who said that my favorite reveal of this post was him just saying, you know, I already had plans for adding a rock into SHODO.
I love the drawer of just a rock sitting in there by himself.
Yeah, it's not the reveal of the rock itself. That's whatever. It's cool. I love it. It's whatever.
It's the whole process.
He has been wanting to do this for years.
Just pulls open the drawer. Your time has come, my child.
Oh, also, I will say, now this is something that I don't know if anybody is going to understand, but this flat rubble reminds me of this Arrow episode where they clearly were only able to do one take of this stunt, but one of the characters was like running out of a room and reacted to rubble that wasn't there, and then after a few seconds the rubble exploded, and like can't do another take. They're just gonna have to do it. And I saw it, and it was on TV, and everybody had to see what happened. And it reminds me of that foam rubble.
It's a superhero show, so they've done CGI stuff before, right? They've got a budget, but still.
Oh yeah,
they could have fixed that. They could have fixed that in post.
I don't know, because like the camera was moving, and also you have the real elements of the rubble, and once you have imploded that rubble, either you keep going with a take or you clean the rest of it. You waste time and clean the rest of that up to try again with a CGI potentially. And also, the budget for Arrow, not big on CGI.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more of a Flash or Legends thing.
Flash, Legends, Supergirl. This is way off topic, but they were talking about like, oh yeah, in Arrow, when I'm pretending to fire bows, they say, you know, be conservative because we only have so much budget on how many fake arrows we can do. But on Supergirl, it was like, hey, yeah, go. I don't know. We're shooting this shot. If you need to shoot arrows, just keep shooting. So unload. Do as many of those as you want. So like, there's much more of a budget on Supergirl. Anyway,
to bring it back to book 6, I'll also say, I don't know if you mentioned it, April 5th. So
yep.
Oh yeah, it did get pushed back to April 5th.
Yeah,
but it's still pretty early in the month, though.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think Blade Raider was saying that we probably wouldn't see updates for this wave for a while because it's got pushed back a whole month. But it's like, no, it's more like they got pushed back a week or so. Turns out
nothing stops SHODO.
No, nothing.
I mean, we did have those few weeks where they just had big reveals every week, so it was like it is not surprising at all that last week was just like no news.
Oh yeah.
For
sure.
It seems like it is occasionally pulling a Steven Universe and just being like, well, we've aired all the episodes that we had made in a week. We're going to hiatus again, guys.
Yeah.
I don't understand why anyone would do that. I know that it's a practice, and it's probably because they want to get more Teen Titans Go on the air.
Yeah,
I understand
probably.
that. I love that show.
Yeah.
But that's very disrespectful to the cartoons that are already there.
I was about to say, I think that was definitely a Cartoon Network decision from the sounds of it.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, we've gone an hour or so.
Hey, did you hear they're making a Teen Titans Go spin-off?
They are doing that.
Yeah, you're right.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Teen
I
Titans
remember
Go
hearing
spin-off.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, once again, another tangent, but one of my favorite Teen Titans Go arcs is the Night Begins to Shine arc, where I guess in production they found this really awesome not royalty free, but like a song they had to license out, and it was just called The Night Begins to Shine, and then they made an entire arc about it where they traveled to this land of the 80s, or like 80s synth pop or something, and did a bunch of songs and stuff. And now it's gonna just be its own series, and I'm very happy, and I want toys of it. Thank you. Goodbye.
You know what? I don't really have any attachment to Teen Titans Go, nothing against it or for it. That sounds rad.
It's dude, it is.
Spin Master, get on it.
Exactly that.
Also, we've got a solid hour, so I think we're good.
Yeah, it's time to go. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I don't know when in the future that you are listening, but I am thankful that you are doing so. We have been doing more live streams on the YouTube channel, so check those out if ever there is a drought of podcast episodes again. I typically hop on there for like 2 hours and sticker some SHODO that I absolutely have to. Definitely come by, because it is a chill time for you guys to sticker or do the things that you need to do that you've been putting off.
Yeah.
And then also, as always, you've got the news. Josh, you recently put up a video, not Yudo, but Change series figure, right?
I did, yes.
Review. Yeah. So check that out if you are wanting any sort of, if you're wanting any sort of information on that figure. Also, Streets every week, Fridays.
Yeah.
Go Mango every week.
Links in the description.
Monday and Tuesday for watch links and reviews. Yeah, go head there. It's where me and some friends watch stuff. I think this next one I'm doing for episode 2 of Zenkaiger, Matt Hunt wanted to be on. So we're having Matt Hunt on to hang out. Check that out if you haven't already. Do you guys have anything else you wanted to plug?
I don't think so.
No, not right now. I'm not doing much right now.
All right, cool. Guys, thank you so much for listening. And I remember there was someone in the chat of the recent stream that I did that was asking where the podcast episodes were. I do want to say I really appreciate everyone being so chill about me not being able to put episodes up. I very much appreciate it. It will not go unrewarded. I will, at least attempt to have these go up more consistently whenever I am back on the saddle. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. Keep it.
See ya.
And like we always say, when it comes to 01, it's never over.
Yeah.
Better not be. I want my clear blue rising house.
Got it! ここならし顔イエロー後藤のサメ顔ブルー鋼の猛牛顔ブラック
ウルワシの白虎ガオホワイト
命あるところ正義の雄たけびあり110戦隊ガオーだ
衝動は